Very rarely do I change somebody's embouchure. On a pure technical note, one thing I will tell you is a philosophy that I adhere to very strongly is that I believe that in general, and when I say in general, I'm talking about 90% of trumpet players out there play a mouthpiece that's too big. They end up playing a rim size that is something that's more likely to be performed in a larger symphony orchestra for the sake of generic size purposes. Let's say a Bach 1 anything, a 1 or a 1.5, 1 1/4. The Schilke Yamaha equivalent would be anywhere from a 16 and up to 18 and 20. For some reason, there's a notion that develops with young players that you start off on something that's much more, and I never say small, I call it compact. It's a different way of thinking about it. We start on a more focused rim like a 7 or a 5C, again using Bach numbers as a general rule. And young players feel that they have to, in order to really evolve, end up playing a big mouthpiece in order to really become true professionals. I don't think there's been a greater myth perpetuated in the trumpet community in the last 30, 40 years. I'm not telling people you have to play something smaller. I am saying you can play something smaller. It's your choice, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And as a result, I'm very, very fond of working with students when I hear that there's more effort needed in playing the trumpet, specifically from, say, a G on top of the treble, clef staff, and up. If they're working harder than I think they need to be working, we tend to scale it back. And 9 times out of 10, what that comes down to is the size of the mouthpiece. So I encourage a more compact rim size and then messing around with the cup depth, depending on how you want your ultimate tone to be presented. So as far as changing the embouchure itself, rarely do I do that. I only make general comments if I hear something really or see something going on that's pretty bizarre. But in general, most of it will take care of itself if you have a strong idea of how you would like to focus the sound within the mouthpiece that you're playing.